I knew a girl in school that everyone wanted to be friends with. Why? Because she was pretty. She was treated differently and it was even given the nickname Princess, although she wasn't soft or acted super girly. People gave her that nickname simply because she seemed smart, capable, and trustworthy. Knowing more people at school helped her not just academically or with work, but she also got a lot of things. She didn't even have to try, she just simply had to exist and everything would come at her. That's what pretty privilege is. Pretty privilege refers to the benefits that individuals deemed conventionally attractive received in various aspects of life, such as employment, spaces, and social interactions. When you are pretty, you get away with way more than just the average person would. And you don't really have to try as much, especially in social interactions. If Claire said something funny, it can come across as creepy, strange, and unfunny. But if Amy said the same joke, it's funny and it's quirky. And because of this and other factors, conventionally attractive people can make friends way easier. Because they are literally like magnets, people see them as trustworthy and they're more likely to benefit from that. The human brain is also interesting because we tend as humans to block out anyone who is not conventionally attractive, anyone who is just not physically capable. We actively block out anyone who we don't see as attractive because the brain is just like looking for that dopamine or something, which directly influences the way we treat others before even knowing it. We are playing into pretty privilege every single day. Now, bringing this over to TikTok, being pretty does hold the viewers' attention more. I've seen a lot of people who have been in comment sections saying that they're not growing on TikTok, but then you go to their account and it's just people posting thirst traps. And these people are TikTok pretty. These people are gorgeous and without a doubt. But they're talking about how consistent they are and how they're not growing. If you're looking for a one-hit wonder, then that's going to work out for you. But if you're looking for actual position on this platform, you're going to have to do something more. Like even Charlie D'Amelio dances and she doesn't just use her face for views, but their profile is just countless of videos of just lacking talent, lacking any sense of trying, and they're expecting that to come to them, and they're just in bed lip syncing, and they're being lazy and blaming it on pretty privilege. Anyways, so I forgot to mention the amount of filters that these TikTokers use, so I'm gonna just play a video and she'll talk about it.
Called TikTok pretty. This is what I look like when I post TikTok videos because this is what people like. This is like how videos get views when I look like this. And then this is what I actually look. So this filter is just makeup. So if I wear makeup, this is what I look like. I don't look like the prior when I wear makeup. The prior is just a filter to make me look TikTok pretty. Let's call this normal pretty, but I can't get myself to post a video like this because people on TikTok don't find this this isn't TikTok pretty.
Pretty privilege has made such an impact on TikTok, especially. It's gotten so realistic. You would never have even known that some of your favorite creators are using these filters. It's gotten so bad on TikTok that pretty much it's now a term, TikTok pretty. TikTok pretty is that middle ground between looking like a model and looking like an average person. It's way easier to reach than model pretty, so no wonder it's becoming such a normal thing. People have even started hating on models, like highway models, calling them ugly, and this is a result of this TikTok pretty trend that comes with pretty privilege, because people think that this is how people naturally look like. Now I brought that up because people have said that getting jobs for pretty people is easier, but that can only go so far because actual real jobs, high paying jobs like lawyers, etc., are looking for IQ and not looks.
Today I'm going to explain pretty privilege because yes, I do experience pretty privilege, but there are tiers to pretty privilege and I'm on the lower tier. So pretty privilege has 3 tiers. There's entry level, 8 tier, and model status.
Now pretty privilege is real, but digging into it so far that you're making tiers and tiers about this one subject is rotting your brain, because making videos like this is only encouraging more younger people and people in general to care more about getting free drinks at a bar. TikTok is really where the pretty privilege is making a huge impact. If you feel as though you're not getting pretty privilege, then so what? You're just average and that's fine. You either have bad friends or you have good friends. If your friends are treating you differently because you are not physically attractive or you're pretty and you're getting jealous about that, then it's time to get new friends. Now, looking outside of these privileges, people who fit this category can be objectified, dehumanized, often being reduced to their physical appearances with their intellect, skills, and other qualities overlooked. But then that can happen to ugly people too. People have been reduced to their physical appearance for years. Like, people have been getting bullied for being ugly for years. This is not anything new. And if that ugly and physically unattractive person is smart or have any skills, they're called a nerd. That's just the truth. There is no dark side to pretty privilege, just the dark side being a dangerous world. People can say that being pretty makes their life hard as much as they want, but they would not trade that beauty for anything else. This term is toxic and sending the wrong message. No one is safe from trafficking, assault, and creepy men, regardless of looks or what you're wearing. Now there's a trend called ugly privilege because people are believing this. I may make a video on this, but basically it's people trying to be as ugly as possible because they believe that that is how they will stay safe from creepy men and any bad dark side pretty privilege has, which is just not true. The only real negative thing about pretty privilege is that you can have jealous friends, and I can totally see you having like hatred from your friends and just people not wanting to invite you anywhere because you're the pretty friend and don't want to take the attention off of themselves. But pressure to maintain appearances isn't a dark side of pretty privilege. That's a everybody thing. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're getting bullied your whole life, you're gonna have to feel a pressure to maintain your appearances unless you're gonna get bullied again. That's just an everyday thing. If you're average, you're gonna have that pressure to maintain appearances. That's not just something that comes with pretty privilege. This is nothing to obsess over and hurt the image of yourself. You will function completely fine without all these added layers of just piles of nonsense. And being ugly doesn't make you safe in the world, and being pretty doesn't mean that half the world is wanting to kidnap you, because there's this like trend going around called ugly privilege. I actually saw a girl talk about a case where a woman got beaten up by a man. She said it was pretty privileged, but we didn't see the girl's face. We have no idea if she was even beautiful or not. Having one guy or two guys have a crush on you isn't pretty privilege. It's if you fall within the common beauty standard and have features that the society deems as desirable. Pretty people really do have it better, and when people make videos titled The Dark Side of Pretty Privilege, at this point I feel like it's just trying to scare you off. All the plot points they make are all something that people can experience often on opposite sides of the spectrum, and if anyone tries to tell you that having pretty privilege sucks, then they're lying to you.